you. Hello everyone, I'm Natalie, and I just want to say thank you all for being here today. For those of you who do not know, 5 years ago, on December 14, 2012, my brother was murdered. I only got to know my little brother Daniel for 7 short years. In those 7 years, Daniel brought light to my family. Even at the time, I think I understood that he was special. When we were at the grocery store, we always had to wait for Daniel because he was busy holding the door for others. Or he was hurrying to help the worms cross the hot pavement before they died. At school, Daniel would reach out to anyone who needed a friend and didn't want a single person to feel left out. My brother lived his life through small acts of kindness and taught me the power behind it. The Save Promise programs all possess aspects of that same spirit of compassion and kindness. And that is why I am here with you today. I am here with the hope that through the work that you are doing, we can prevent others from feeling the pain and anguish that has plagued my family for the past 5 years. After Sandy Hook, most of us thought that would be it, that the country would see this insanity and put an end to it. Somehow, that was only the beginning of the terror. I'm not going to stand here and preach that gun violence is bad, because there is no question about it. However, there is a more important question that needs to be considered. What can we do? What can we as students do to end gun violence? I believe that a change needs to happen in our society, and I know that all of you believe the same. The challenge is how to do that. My response is this: you are more powerful than you think. We can work together to change laws and keep this conversation going, because students should not be afraid for their lives in their schools and communities. However, in order to initiate this change, we have to know the reasons why such violence occurs. We need to figure out how to eliminate those reasons with common sense gun laws and prevention programs, such as the ones we have discussed here today. In order to do this, we all need to educate ourselves and others on issues such as the gun show loophole, the Charleston loophole, and how to identify at-risk behaviors. We can enact the needed change by calling congressmen, sending them letters, begging them to hear our story. We can share the truth with students and adults who don't understand the issue. We can continue the momentum that started with the March for Our Lives and not let this movement fizzle out. Our message is clear. No guns are being taken away, and no rights are being infringed upon. What is needed, what we want, is common sense gun laws and arming ourselves with the tools to intervene before a tragedy occurs. This phrase, common sense, is used because they are responsible restrictions. All rights have constraints. Just as you have the right to free speech but cannot yell fire in a movie theater, the right to bear arms comes with sensible restraints. This is not a political question. It is a moral question. We are fighting for our lives. Mass shootings are happening with increasing frequency. 12/14 was the single worst day of my life. It quite literally ruined me. If we can save others from feeling that life-shattering pain, we must do so. You could lose someone to gun violence if you haven't already. Our country is killing itself. That is why every one of us needs to do everything in our power to end this absurdity. So I beg you, find a family member or friend who does not see the importance of gun safety and explain the practical, life-saving ability it possesses. Reach out to those who are socially isolated. Go above and beyond and speak to legislators on how to end the massacres. Search for petitions to sign. As soon as you are able to vote, make sure you do so because every vote counts. Help a nonprofit gun violence prevention organization. We must do everything and anything we can if we want our generation to survive. Everybody in this room is doing just that. It is an honor to be among students from the Save Promise clubs. You are an inspiration to me as well as others. It has taken me a while to summon the courage and follow in your footsteps, but I am here now and I will not be backing down. Thank you all for fighting the good fight, and keep it up.